people, what is up? It's me, Mel. I'm back with another video. I don't know about you, but I am very much ready for fall.
Guys, editing me here, and I just realized that I have mascara on my eyelid for this entire video. So that's really fun. I do apologize for that. I'll be better next time. Sorry.
I am over the heat. I'm over the humidity. I'm just ready for fall. And so I thought today I would go through some fall trends that I've been seeing. I am by no means saying that I came up with these. I am just copying off of various websites and sources. But really quick before we get into the trends, I'd love if you give this video a thumbs up and stick around and subscribe. It really helps me grow my channel. All right, let's get into the trends. First up, I saw on several websites that frazzled English woman is going to be a thing again this fall. The frazzled English woman aesthetic. I have not participated in this trend before because I don't know, just didn't feel like it was super me. I didn't feel like it was super in line with my style. I feel like I finally figured out my style, and I feel like this didn't really fit into it that much. But I feel like this fall, I am really looking forward to layering a lot, and I feel like that's kind of the key part of the frazzled English woman aesthetic. I also think a big part of it is big, like loose layers. I'm thinking like chunky cardigans over like a looser top. So I feel like in the fall and winter, I do really love thicker, looser cardigans or, you know, over layers. And so I think I'm gonna try out this aesthetic this fall. I am not a fan of tights. I feel like a lot of times tights are a big part of this trend, like under skirts and stuff. I'm just not a tights person. I'm one of those people. I can't wear them. I think it's a sensory thing. I don't like the way the crotch falls down inside, and I've like tried the underwear over it. It's just like too much effort for me. So I will not be participating in the tights part, but I do think that wearing layers, wearing loose layers, things that maybe don't go with each other, but like do kind of still work. I'm a big fan of like looking not put together, but it still does look put together. Like you made an effort, you like didn't really make an effort, but it works kind of. I feel like it's hard to pull off, but if you do, it looks really good. So I would love to play around with this trend this fall. Just mostly layering fun, cool items. Next trend I want to talk about is fur. Fur coats, fur scarves, fur trim on stuff. I feel like this was not super surprising because we've seen those Penny Lane coats be super popular recently, so I don't think this is super out of left field. I don't condone buying fur new. Even faux fur is iffy. It's plastic, it's probably not produced ethically, and I don't love that. So I would really want to find anything at the thrift store that I can to participate in this trend. I do already have a jacket that's suede, and the inside, it's not real fur, but it like has that look obviously, and I really enjoyed that. I think I thrifted it last, yeah, it was like around this time, probably late summer, and I really got a lot of wear out of it. It's like so warm, so I'm really looking forward to wearing that again. And I'd love to find a Penny Lane jacket. I know I'm kind of late to this trend, but I do really love them. They're so expensive right now too that I'm like, well, I can't. Maybe I'll wait for them. My best tip is to wait for something to kind of go out of style, and then you can buy it for cheap. So if you're okay not participating in the trend at its like height and maybe a little afterwards, that's totally me. You can probably pretty easily find it on Depop or at the thrift store. So hoping to find a Penny Lane coat or something similar. I think this one it comes and goes, but I think it's a classic, and I love it. I love the way it looks. I am not one to wear like a full fur coat. I'm not some fabulous diva old woman who can like pull off a whole fur coat, like a long one. I think that looks, ethical problems aside, I think it looks so cool, but it's kind of like mob wifey, but I am not obviously one to do that. But I think it looks really cool, and I want to find like one more fur coat. I think I have brown, like a dark brown one. I like to find a light brown, or like I said, a penny lane, or a black, like trim. I think that would be really cool to play around with. Okay, the next one kind of goes into what I was just talking about with the fur. It's like this deep chocolate brown. I'm actually really excited for this. I feel like this deep, rich brown can be a substitute for black. And I like wearing black. I think it looks fine on me, but I really love the way brown looks. It's like just a little less harsh, a little warmer, a little more even like lived in, and I'm a big fan of like a lived in look, and I think this dark chocolate brown is the best of both worlds. It's like it's still kind of crisp and clean and like sharp put together type, but it also is just a little bit warmer than black. And my fur jacket that I have, is like a really deep chocolate brown, so I can already participate. I love those trends that anyone can really participate in because it's like so accessible and easy to find anywhere, at the thrift store, in your own closet. You might already have these pieces. So that's my favorite kind of trend, and something that a lot of different styles can incorporate into their wardrobe, because I think that's the most sustainable option. If you really like something and you bring it into your wardrobe, even if it's a trend, if it's like a chocolate brown, you can wear it forever. Like, it's not gonna go out of style, really. I'm looking forward to maybe thrifting some brown pieces at the thrift. I think I have brown, but it's all like a warm, like, I don't know, like coffee brown, maybe even lighter than that. Like if you put a lot of cream in your coffee, that's like the kind of brown that I have. Ooh, coffee sounds good. That's all I have to say about chocolate brown. Love it, love it, love it. Easy. Ready to look for it. A side note here, this is not one of the ones that I put on the list, but I was seeing it a lot, is these really slouchy, tall, like piratey type boots. And I feel like this is really giving me flashbacks to when I was in high school and even college. These like slouchy, not the same kind of slouchy boot, but similar. This slouchy boot was really in style and everyone was wearing it. They were more like ankle booties. These are more like knee-high, but it's just really giving me a flashback. I love it. I will not be participating in it. I feel like it's not really in my style, and I don't really feel like I could wear it, but I love to appreciate it from the fall. It's really giving pirate, and I'm a big pirate girly. Pirates of the Caribbean was my hyper fixation when I was a kid, and it's continued into adulthood. I still love watching only the first 3 movies. The other ones I don't like to talk about. It's the first 3, and even the third one is a little iffy, but the first one, masterpiece. So I just wanted to mention that, like, I can appreciate it from afar. I really like the way it looks. I won't be participating. All right, the next one on my list, velvet, which I'm so excited about. I think this is the one I'm the most excited about. I really love velvet. I think that's like kind of the 90s end of my style speaking here. I just really love velvet. I think it's really a fun texture to pair with things. It can be like a super neutral item of clothing, but if it's velvet, it just adds like a little bit of interest in it. I think I love the way it feels. I think it's warm, like looks classy and put together, and velvet's such a classic fabric. Like, I feel like it's been around for forever, but it still looks new and, you know, fresh and current. I just think it looks good no matter what, in any color, in any kind of item of clothing. I do have a really pretty velvet skirt that I'm excited to pull out and wear more. I think that's the only article of clothing that I have that's velvet though, so I'm really excited about maybe thrifting some new pieces that are velvet. I'm thinking maybe a shirt would be fun, or a dress that's like super 90s, or even, let's get really crazy here, I'm thinking pants. Velvet pants would be super fun. I'm envisioning like a really wide leg, like almost palazzo style pant in velvet. I think that would be super cool and fun to style. So I love everything about this. I am all for velvet. Looking forward to thrifting some velvet pieces. Okay, the next one is, I'm just a little inspired, not really by the trend itself that I saw in this article that I'm looking at, but one of the pieces that they used to have an example of this. So the trend was purple, which I do feel like I have been seeing. I am a big, like, lavender purple girly, but not to wear. I am really into lavender the flower. It's my favorite flower and my favorite scent of like essential oil and lotion and stuff. That's my go-to. And I have some like lavender or like lilac colored items in my house. Like my keyboard is actually purple. It was a big color in my wedding. So I am a purple girl, but I strangely don't really like wearing it that much. I think I have one kind of shirt that is this color, but I'm honestly thinking about getting rid of it. So stay tuned, closet clean out is coming. I'm really excited about it. But anyway, so under this, in this article where they're talking about purple, I saw this shirt. And when I first saw the shirt, I thought it was a jacket. And I fell in love. I am so obsessed. I want it to be a jacket because I really want to find, I guess, kind of a trend that I just came up with myself, that I want for myself, but I want to find some really like cool, fun patterned jackets. Maybe like one or two. That's already kind of been a trend. People have been seeing a lot of quilts that people are turning into jackets. I love that. I love repurposing something old and turning it into something new and gives it a new life. I hate that fast fashion has kind of co-opted it and tried to sell it as fast fashion, but like looks like it was made from a quilt. I hate that. So I'd really like to find a genuine one, whether someone did actually make it or it's like an older piece that is like a quilted patterned coat. So yeah, I really was inspired by this. I think it is so fun to play around. I feel like I haven't really gotten into playing around with outerwear. I feel like growing up in the Midwest, we didn't really have much room for like fun jackets. It was always, okay, we gotta stay warm, you know, we gotta put on this parka, and it's utilitarian, and that's it. Like a knee-length parka, fur lined, you know the one. But I think there's really room for a fun jacket in the fall and the spring when it's like not super cold. You don't have to be fighting for your life outside. You can kind of just add a layer and have it keep you warm a little bit and be super cute. So I would really love to find this at the thrift, or it might have to come from Depop or something. I've been seeing some cute ones on Depop or Poshmark, so I think that would be really cute to find and fun to play around with. I do love this color scheme too. It's kind of like purple and blue. This I think would look really cool with a pair of blue jeans and some little top underneath it. Again, if this was a jacket, I know it's a shirt. It looks like a silk shirt. Oh, it literally says cotton in the name. Sorry about that. This looks actually pretty 70s, but I know I lean pretty 70s in my style, but I really actually hate button-up shirts with collars. I am not a collar person at all. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about them, but they give me the ick. So on a jacket, no. But on a shirt, I am not a fan. I don't have to participate in everything, in every style that the 70s had to offer. You know what I mean? I can pick and choose. And this is one that I am passing on, but love to find a jacket that is this style. The next one I am surprised that I'm into. I really have not kind of been into this kind of frilly, girly, lacy style in the past, but I have been consuming a lot of YouTube lately, and one of my favorite creators of all time, but especially right now, is Caroline Johnson. I just love her style and the way she puts together an outfit. I think I've been really inspired by her, and she loves and has a lot of old Edwardian pieces in her wardrobe. And so when I saw this like Victorian Edwardian kind of aesthetic, I guess, be trending, I am all of a sudden open to it, and I would love to find something that is in this style. I think it's very fun and it's very girly and like lacy and a little bit boho, which has been obviously so huge. I've been really into too. In the past, have not been a fan of those kind of shirts that are like frilly, lacy, like a blouse, like kind of billowy, flowy. But all of a sudden, I kind of am into it, and I would love to find something at the thrift that's like that kind of shirt that I think would look really good paired with either jeans or a skirt or even like over a dress. I think would be really cool. It would be really fun to find one that buttons up that maybe you could like wear open. Yeah, I just think this kind of goes into, like I said, boho and kind of 70s too. I feel like the 70s, like with Gunny Sacks, was really trying to emulate Edwardian in some ways. I loved like the tiered skirts with the lace and like the see-through like kind of eyelet detail. So I don't know if I want to find an authentic Edwardian, because not only am I worried about damaging it, and I'm a big proponent for wearing things that you're comfortable in. I think they would be comfortable, but I would just feel too nervous wearing them because I would rip it. Like I feel like they're fragile, they're old. I don't want to ruin it. So that's the first thing. Also, I feel like everything that I've been finding on Depop, eBay, all the things where you can find old Edwardian or like Gunny Sacks, everything is so small, like vintage sizing, and I feel like the pieces that stick around are the ones that, you know, a smaller percentage of the population was wearing, like that really, really tiny little small size. Like I think the biggest one that I've ever found, like a skirt, was like a 27-inch waist, which is still so small. So I think if I could find, I think I would be open to finding a authentic like Edwardian or, you know, that era skirt or dress, but I think it'd probably be easier to find one at the thrift or online that is trying to emulate that, either from like whatever decade it's from. I think it could be easier to find something that looks like it. I'm totally down. I'm not someone who is wanting to be like authentic to the era. If I can find something that looks like it but is from, you know, Hollister, I'll pick it up. So not new, but thrifted. I really, really try to buy all my clothes thrifted. Anyway, I think this could be really fun to play around with. I really like just the feminine, leaning into the feminine, romantic, you know, billowy, like Pride and Prejudice era. Okay, the next one I'm kind of surprised by that I like. It's plaid. I have not really been a plaid person very much. My patterns are mostly stripes, like this, or floral, like a small ditzy floral. I have a couple buffalo plaid that I like, shirts that I wear at Christmas time, and I think I have one plaid just like button up that I can throw over things like any time of the year, but I don't really wear it super often. So I'm kind of surprised that I'm into this, but all of a sudden I think I'm into, and it has to be the right plaid. So I'll show some pictures, but I am kind of into subtle plaid would be cool. Maybe like a really bright plaid. I am not talking about like a muted 90s kind of plaid. I feel like my uncles and like my dad wears that, and I can't get out of that mindset. Like I can't get out of like, oh, that's a dad. That's like an older man thing to wear. But styles like these that I'm showing, I think could be really fun. I did see these shoes that I just like opened, like my eyes were just really wide looking at them, like, oh my god, these are the cutest shoes I've ever seen. I will not be buying them, obviously, because they're over $300, but also because I have a pair of shoes that are pretty similar to this that I also do really love. But I loved the way these look. I think like the classic Burberry plaid is super fun, very Gossip Girl, which I'm into, and like very nostalgic, but also, you know, I think we can bring it back. Let's bring back that plaid. Let's bring back a Burberry plaid. I feel like that plaid is really easy to find at the thrift. It's just a matter of finding the right kind of plaid. So I'm very picky about my colors and the style of it. So I'm hoping to find something at the thrift. It'd be really fun to layer maybe frazzled English woman with a plaid, right? We'll see. Okay, the last trend that I have for you today is stripes. And yes, Mel, I'm wearing stripes at this very moment. I love stripes. I love them. I have many pieces many shirts in my wardrobe that are stripes. However, I saw this picture in one of the articles I was reading about fall trends, and I loved it. I thought it is a bold stripe, and it's very reminiscent of, again, kind of my time in high school. A lot of boys were wearing these long sleeve, like big, thick stripe shirts. Actually, my husband has one that I have stolen. He has kept it from high school. It was like an old Navy, like classic, like with a triangle in the middle, like stitching, just stripy shirt. And he, for some reason, kept it since high school and then was never wearing it, and so I stole it, and it's actually really comfy, but unfortunately it looks a little too schlubby for me to wear, like, to work or something, but I really actually love it, and I thought I just loved it for the comfiness of it, but I think I also really love, like, a big stripe. It's kind of a contrast to these little tiny stripes that I have. All my shirts that are stripe are like these, like, little baby stripe. So I think it could be really cool to find a chunkier stripe and hopefully a sweater like this one. A striped sweater. Let's pull from SpongeBob here. I think it looks super cute and would be really cute just with a pair of jeans. I feel like I'm saying like with a pair of jeans a lot, but I think it speaks to, like, the trend is so cute that you don't really have to put a lot of extra effort into styling it. You can just wear it with a pair of jeans and it's fine. Or I could really see it being super cute. I feel like this leans frazzled English woman too over a dress, which is kind of like a loose flowy outfit of like two big pieces. I think that would be super comfy and also really cute and lean into both of these styles. So I am interested in experimenting more with this stripy style. I feel like soon all my shirts are going to be stripes, and I'll be okay with it until I move on to a different pattern. All right, that was the last trend I have for you. I'm really looking forward to all of these trends. I want to hear from you what trends you are looking forward to, if any of these inspired you or spoke to you, or you're already looking for pieces like these. I'd love to hear about it. I feel like I finally found my personal style, and so now I can kind of look at these trends for each season or whatever and pick and choose what to add into my wardrobe and how to add it into my wardrobe. If I like a piece, I can kind of figure out, you know, within my style how it fits in it. And I think that's gonna be really exciting now that I finally figured out my personal style. Again, if you liked this video, I'd love if you gave it a thumbs up, and I'd love if you stuck around and subscribed. It really helps me grow my channel and we can be friends. If you like thrifting content, I think you'll like it here. So that is it for me today. Drink your water, take care of yourselves today, do something for yourself today. Go take a walk, go stand outside in the sun, and I'll see you in my next one. All right, bye.